Doing today? So today I want to talk about stop limiting your manifestation power. That's the topic today. You got to stop limiting your manifestation power. I think that's the issue a lot of us face here. Is a lot of us, we don't recognize the capabilities that we have. We don't recognize our true gifts that we have. Many of us are stuck, man. Many of us feel we aren't good enough. Many of us feel we are incapable. Where are all of these feelings coming from, man? We're not good enough. We're incapable. We can't have it. We don't deserve it. We're not worthy of it, man. We get all these feelings, right? I'm gonna tell you something that's gonna change your life. It's gonna be very powerful for you. All of you are very, very powerful beings, and you're so powerful that they had to create a system around you to suppress your power. It's called the Matrix. They had to create a system to trick your mind into thinking you're not powerful. They had to create a system to target the easiest and most impressionable part of your consciousness, which is your subconscious mind. So they created a system known as the Matrix, which they brainwash you and indoctrinate in you through religion, through politics, through school, through life, things they put into your head. And all of this is designed to make you feel inadequate. That's what they do, man. That's just called the Matrix, man. They make you forget who you are. How you guys doing today? See how that works? I gotta repeat this again because I want you to understand, guys. You are so powerful, and you have so much power. You have the ability to change the world physically through your mind. And everyone, all of you, have this immense power and gift. But the problem is, they trick you into not believing in yourself. And that's why they created this Matrix. The Matrix was basically designed for one purpose, guys. To distract you from you. Because that's how powerful you are. They don't want you to know you have the ability to change the world, to shift realities, to create anything you want. And so they target the most vulnerable part of that powerful system, which is the subconscious. Unfortunately, in your subconscious mind, it doesn't have the defense mechanism of your conscious mind. In your subconscious mind, it doesn't think, so they know that. And that's how they target you. And this is why you feel inadequate. And this is why you're limiting yourself from manifesting your goals. According to you, what is a waste of time? That's a good question. Here's what's a waste of time. Focusing on what you don't want is a waste of time. Trying to force outcomes is a waste of time. Trying to change something you cannot change is a waste of time. Trying to convince people you're worthy is a waste of time. Trying to make people like you or love you is a waste of time. Did you get that? Hope you got that. Right? Anything that doesn't bring you happiness is a waste of time. That's right, Taurus. My camera is not clear. It looks good. Maybe it's the feed. I don't know. Let me see if I can fix this camera. Could be the. Hopefully, how's. I'll get to your questions. Hello, guys. How are you guys doing today? Let's go. That's right. So, what I mean by you got to stop limiting your manifestation is you have to start to believe in yourself, and you have to start to look for evidence of who you are. There's evidence all around you of who you are right now. One of the biggest evidence you have of who you are or who you're capable of becoming is called your imagination. Your imagination is the ability to freely conjure up images or feelings of anything you want. That's a very powerful gift. People don't utilize it often because people don't know the true power of it. Your imagination creates worlds. Did you know that two particles can be in the same location at the same time? In quantum physics, we are made of energetic bonds of what we call quantized, or particles. You're a particle. Physicists have recently discovered, after an experiment, where they put two particles can be in the same location at the same time, or two particles can be in different locations at the same time. We know what that means? I want you to be deep thinkers here now. Do you know what that means? Yeah, they told you earlier that your imagination is a waste of time. That's because that's by design. You have to just know the system we know wouldn't be this way. It'll be more of an independent. I mean, I couldn't even imagine what it would be, but I can kind of imagine it would be to a point where each person can live in their unique reality. And that brings me to the point I was saying now, that two particles can be in different locations at the same time, meaning that there is a version of you at this exact time in a different location with everything looking the same, living your true purpose life. Not only that, but there's an infinite copy of you out there, the dimensions, living your best life. You're successful, you're an entrepreneur, you're making money, you may be winning the lottery, you may be the healthiest person. That version exists right now. It's called the many worlds interpretation, and it affects in parallel universes. And that's something that many of you didn't even know. And that's why you can tap into that self. You can tap into your, what you call, parallel self. There's different universes, guys. We're in what we call a level 2 universe. Our universe, they're suspecting, has a mirror universe. So our universe is here and another universe is on top. And the other universe is on top of us. We can't see that universe, or we can't feel, our senses. Sometimes that universe glitches into us, and that's where you pick up things like higher consciousness, higher things, different feelings, and you may see what you call spectrals or ghosts or things like that, angels. That's you're picking up from a different universe, mirror into this universe. And we know that behind what we call background radiation. Greetings from Scotland. Mark, what is it, Mark? Why to imagine our subliminals? What do sleep paralysis signify? I used to get this very often. Sleep paralysis is quite normal. It doesn't really signify anything. Some people get them a lot, some people don't get them a lot. See how that works? Good morning. Better? Okay, yes, clear. Okay, good. Mark, something you might find interesting. Google has a quantum computer. Go to Physics Girls on YouTube. Look for a video called New Phase of Matter. Yeah, I'm familiar with the quantum computer. Hey guys, got this. I don't know, can you tell me, guys, if the video is still blurred? Because some of you guys are saying the video is blurred. So let me know if it's blurred or it's coming back in. You can comment below and let me know if you're seeing this video pretty good or is it blurred. It's blurred. Let me see something here. Maybe I have to move it over here. How's that? Should be better? Video feed is blurry. Yes, we can hear we can hear you, so all that's matter. Okay, good. Well, maybe when they upload it, it'll get better. Maybe it's the feed or the thing that's going on, the feed going in. But look, the thing is, uh, you want to really focus on spending more time seeing what you like to experience. Spend less time seeing what you don't like. That's the bottom line. See, guys, we live in a mirror universe. A mirror. Think about a mirror. When you go into your mirror and you look at yourself, your mirror is going to keep it real with you. Your mirror is going to show you exactly what it sees or what you see. The mirror is not going to come to you and sugarcoat it and say, hey, you know this. That's how the universe works. The universe is not going to sugarcoat stuff for you. It's going to give you what you imagine or your perception of what you see. But the seeing I'm talking about is not outside. The seeing I'm talking about is internal. It's like, what am I seeing inside my mind or my head? And a lot of us, what we see in our heads have been corrupted. We have been duped. We have been programmed with these limiting beliefs from such a young childhood that we have such a screwed up image of ourselves, right? So, and that creates less confidence. And if you have less confidence, man, you cannot really go out and live your purpose, because you're always doubting yourself. So how can I fix that? How can I see my true self again, Mark? Well, beginning to see your true self again, it means by you taking some action. This is where action comes in. By you taking action and start to put your mind more on what you want. I got to repeat that because it's so powerful here. You have to put your mind more on what you want instead of what you don't want. When we can put our minds on what we want, it will start to build your self-confidence. Yes, I know the video is blurry right now. I think the feed or the speed of where I'm at may just be a little choppy, but I'm sure when I upload this again, it'll be better quality. So as long as you can hear me, that this is what I want you to get. As long as you can hear me. So the power of focusing on what you want is so underrated, man. And everyone here should practice every day to focus on what they want every day, because what happens is you're actually changing the neurochemistry in your brain. Your brain is starting to change into pathways. And there are many things out there that we don't know yet. There are many things out there that we haven't discovered yet, right? And if you want to tap into the unknown or to get into the extrasensory perception world, you really have to see yourself as a worthy participant in the universe. See, the universe wants you to participate in creating, co-creating with the universe. Well, see, we are co-creating to what we want, or we are co-creating to what we don't want. So we think about this. We're always creating something, guys. The question is, what are you creating? Majority of us do that. You cannot take your physical current reality right now as the real thing. Let me repeat that again. You cannot. What's happening right now in your life? If your life isn't the way you want it right now, guess what? That's okay, man, because you can change it. You hear me? Repeat that. If your life is the way, if your life isn't what you want right now, you can change it. You can change your current life by changing what you think and see in your head. You gotta do it. You gotta do it often. You gotta keep going. Mark, how to manifest your end results properly? Okay, to manifest the end result of anything, you gotta do either three things. You have to either see it at night when you're going to sleep. You either have to script it, write it down, or you have to feel it. You must always live in the end of your desires. Never live in the beginning of your desires. The beginning of your desires don't count. The universe takes care of that. You have to live in the end of your desires. Whenever you're going to manifest something or create something, this is the rule of thumb. The beginning and the middle don't count. It's just the end that really matters. Where are you at the end of your movie? Are you winning the game? Are you walking off into the sunset with your desires? That's what counts. So if you want to live in the end of your desire, you have to train your mind to see the end. See, the thing about the mind is so used to a beginning, a middle, and then it goes to an end. And that's something that we've been conditioned because we have linear time. We have morning, afternoon, plus we have birth, and we see things in structures. But when it comes to your desires or goals, man, you don't need that structure, man. You don't need a beginning, a middle. All you need is the end. Like, well, there's two things you need to manifest, okay, to stop limiting yourselves. The first thing you have to do, you have to know what you want and decide what you want. So make a decision. A lot of people don't do that. Once you decide you want something, I always use examples to make it very simple for you guys. So let's go decide you want a car. What car do I want? I want a blue car. I want a sports car. Okay, good. So the universe now has a picture frame or an ideal description of what you want. So once you decide what you want, the next step I do now, I go right to the end of having the car. So all I do now, I see myself driving the car, sitting in the car, cleaning the car, into the dealership, picking the car up, figuring out way how I'm gonna get the car. I don't do any of that. I put myself right in the car. Like it's a regular thing, like I have another car. Just put yourself right in the car like your regular car. If you can't picture stuff, because some of you may have aphantasia where you can't visualize, then you can write it down. You see how that works? Okay? Someone writes, who here has dreamt they've won the lottery? Probably many of you guys have. I know this feed is a little bit, move my car, I may get better reception. So let's see if I can back up a little bit here and go to a different location. And then you can let me know if the service is a little bit better, because sometimes it depends on where you're at, man. So, and this location is usually pretty good here. So let's see maybe if I get better reception here. So let me know, guys, if you're still breaking up. Maybe I get better reception. They're still breaking up. Maybe I get better reception. How's the oh, it's very clear now. Oh, it's very clear now. Okay, it's better now. Okay, so maybe let me see if I get to this location. Because sometimes, with these signals, it's just like a little step you go here, a little step you go there. It'll be better. So let me just put up right here, and you tell me if it's better now. What about now? Is it better now? It's good? Good now? So much better? Okay, good. Image is much better sounded. All right, so okay, so this is where this is where the universe says we got to stop then. All right, so we'll stay right here. Since it's better here, the universe says, all right, let's do it right here. So good. So we can see the drive closer to the cell tower. I don't even know. I don't want to see this. Where's the cell tower at? Oh, everything is better. Okay, good. Better. Okay, good. Okay, good. Perfect. Okay, good. All right. Good, better, yes. Okay, cheers from Colorado. How can I know it will manifest? Okay, how can you know if something will manifest, guys? It's pretty simple, man. Look, you have to remember this, man. When you have your imagination, people, whatever you can conjure up into your head or you can feel something, right? If you decide on it and you do focus on it, you visualize on it daily, you have made the decision to the universe that it will manifest. So what happens in between that process now is your ability to stay in faith to reach your manifestation. So what that says is when you decide something is already has manifested somewhere in the collective. Okay? The collective is all good. Hello from Orlando, Florida. Hi guys, how you guys doing? So look, I want to share something with you. So you know I get a lot of emails and messages, right? So, and a lot of you, I encourage you because a lot of you have been experiencing trippy stuff. So, I had one person, I'm not gonna, he's probably watching right now, but I found his story so fascinating. But this person, he grew up on an Air Force base, right? And he was basically raised on an Air Force base. And when he was a young child, he had a near-death experience. And when he came back, his life was a lot of ups and turns growing up. Because when people go into other dimensions, when people like lose consciousness or they go to near-death experience and they come back, you gotta understand, guys, they go to another dimension. So they're able to, when they come back from a near-death experience, they are so highly gifted. This person was highly gifted. So this person was just basically telling me, because he wanted me to help him to work on his gifts and to accept them. So he's basically telling me all the stuff that he experienced. Like he was a seer now. He would have vivid dreams of things before they happened. He would see things from people that when he was talking to people, their thoughts would just project to him, and he would know something about them, and he would see. The only issue he was having was that he was seeing all like negative stuff happening for him. So he wanted to know if he could control that. And then he also told me something interesting. He says, and what made things even more trippy for him was, as a young kid, his father used to take him up on these towers in the Air Force base, and they would watch what he describes as inhuman flying objects. So as a kid, his dad would take him up, and I guess he would watch those alien crafts or the UFOs flying around the base. And this is coming from someone that kept it to himself because thought people would call him a weirdo or something. Listen, and a lot of you probably have experiences like this, right? A lot of you probably see trippy stuff, and you don't find someone you can talk to because the way Matrix tuned you in, it made you feel like you're a weirdo, right? But the thing you gotta know is, like, just like this person, they have immense power and you have immense power. But you don't have to go to a near-death experience to experience the power. But what I'm showing you is this universe we live in, this world we live in, it is vastly complex and it is vastly infinite. And that infinity is what gives rise to your ability to see beyond, to experience the best version of yourself. And for you to experience the best version of yourself, you have to start to have an open mind and see that anything and everything is possible for your version. The problem is many of us, we haven't trained our imagination to think big. They don't train your imagination to think big. Someone commented here, someone says that when you were a kid growing up, as you got older and older, they start teaching you to diminish your imagination. They start telling you now to start to use your logical, structured mind. They start to move you away from your gifts and your powers. And when you move away from your gifts and your powers, guys, you become dormant. Now look, here's something you should consider. You will never lose your gift or powers, but they can become dormant. They can go to sleep. So remember that you'll never lose what you already have. It will just go dormant. So you have to wake up your gifts and powers. And how do I wake up my gifts and powers, Mark? You have to start to now listen to your inner silent voice. There's two voices going to be inside your head. You're going to have the conscious ego voice. Everyone knows that voice. The voice I'm talking about is, for you to hear this voice, you really have to listen. You can't just like go like this. You really have to like, you're going to hear the ego, and then you're going to go deeper, and then there's going to be another voice. There's another voice speaking to you right now. Your ego is shouting over that voice. It's always doing it. But if you can listen, you're going to hear your ego, and then you're going to say, wait a minute. There's another voice down there. Let me go check and see what Mark's talking about. Then just hear your ego, and then say, all right, let me go down deeper and see what I can hear. That's where you're going to discover your authentic self. That's where you're going to discover who you are, why you came here, and what you're capable of doing. Because that voice below you will always repeat the same patterns for you to change your life. Your higher self has placed a recorder into your subconscious mind as a voice that's going to record what you came here for, what you should be doing, what you can do, how to get your goals, how to connect to your higher self, how to use it. It puts a recorder into your subconscious mind. It planted it there eons ago. So your subconscious holds a recorder of your higher self telling you your specific instructions, your specific gifts, and whatever you want. But the problem is, most people can't find a recorder because first of all, they don't know they have a recorder down there. Second of all they hear is the one voice, which is out talking the recorder. Did you know that? So if you want to go and get to listen to your higher self, meditation is not going to, when you meditate, you're not going to instantly hear your higher self. What meditation is going to do, guys, meditation is going to clear a lot of the static, so you can begin, as you get out of meditation, you're going to begin to hear your higher self. Thank you. Someone donated 777. That's a beautiful number. Love those synchronicity numbers. I'm trying to see the person who donated 777, but I don't see it here. Usually pops up. Oh, there it is. Here we go. Who's this? Oh, hi. Hello, Mark. After buying a quick pick, do you do any sort of meditation? Put my other finger here. After buying a quick pick, do you do any sort of meditation or affirmation before checking them for winners? No. When you buy quick pick lottery tickets, you don't do anything. The only thing you should do is sign the back of your ticket, man, because you're telling the universe it is. And then if you want to just visualize it quickly, then you got to put the ticket down and move on. Because remember, man, remember how this stuff works. You are affirming to the universe that you've already won. So it's not like you don't need to do anything else. You don't have to do any rituals with the ticket. You get your ticket, okay, sign your ticket, put it away, focus on something good, rinse and repeat the cycle. You are convincing the universe that you've already prepared your desire, right? See how that works? Someone says, I should not put logics in our manifestation, but when manifesting money, I am jobless and here very tough to find good job. Why do you suggest to have that undesired job first? Isn't it creates resistance? All right, so here's what I'm saying, guys. You have to follow the crumbs or the pattern that the universe is putting for you. Sometimes the universe will give you something to get to your something. For example, let's use a job. So let's someone's manifesting a job, and I say to individuals, if you're manifesting anything and you're jobless, don't wait to hit the home run. The universe doesn't work like that. Sometimes you get the home run. But what the universe can do, it can make you go from first base, second base, third base, fourth base, and home run. So you have to be open. So let's say you're jobless and you're visualizing, but there's a job that pops up. It may not be a job you want, but it's a job that's going to bring you money. So what do? See, if you're in tune with the universe, you say, okay, maybe this could be a bridge to my desire. You go take the job. You don't have to like the job, but you know that you're going to make some money. And then guess what happens? Maybe while you're in the job, the universe will orchestrate a connection for you in the job that will get you to your big desire. That's why you should never sleep on anything, man. Don't sleep on anything. I tell people this all the time. I say, look, when people come into your life and want to help you, take the help. If they want to give you something, accept it. Like when people donate to you or they give, hey man, here's $1, man. Hey, can I buy you coffee? You have to accept it, people, because you're programming. When you accept stuff, you're telling the universe you are ready to receive abundance. When you don't accept stuff, you're telling the universe, I'm good. So if you're good, the universe says, all right, I'm not going to be sending you anything because you're good. A lot of us, we have pride and stuff. We're like, oh, no, thanks. Hey, man, thank you, man. Can I buy you a cup of coffee? Yeah, sure. They offered it. Can I buy a cup of, oh, no, thanks. Hey, man, you good? You want anything? No, I'm good. Practice it, man. Practice accepting, man. When people give you stuff, take it. Because a bigger picture at hand, man. You're programming your mind to say that I'm open for abundance. And that's why if you want to get more money and stuff into your life, accept things from people. When people offer, accept it. Also, ask people. When you want stuff, ask. Don't be afraid. The worst they can say is no. That's a sign that you are confident and you know what you want. Don't assume. Go ask. Even the universe. Go ask the universe for what you want. Matter of fact, go beyond asking. Why don't you tell the universe what your desires are and let it figure out the most effective way to bring it to you? So how do I ask the universe for what I want? Here's the answer. You can ask the universe in two ways. You can ask the universe using your imagination with images, symbols, or metaphors, or you can ask the universe verbally out loud with what I'm teaching you guys, what's called the question format. When you ask the universe in those ways, guess what happens, guys? The universe will have no choice but to show you what you asked for as a sign. First, it's going to show you the sign of what you asked for. That's what we call mirroring. That's when you're going to start to see the stuff you're asking. You're like, man, you know what? I've been asking the universe for this, but the universe is showing it to me from other people, or it's showing it to me from other ways, but it's not giving it to me yet. No, that's how it works. The universe goes in a process. When you ask the universe for something, it's first going to show you what you asked for. Now, what you asked for, could be from, the universe may show you in other people or other stuff. Remember now, people and rocks are the same to the universe. So the universe will use people or a rock to get answers to you. So the universe don't see the difference between a person or a rock. Because what are they? They're the same energetic particle. The only difference about a person is they're more conscious and they're aware. That's it. But the universe don't care. It'll use your enemies to help you, man. It'll use a rock to help you. It'll use a feather. It'll use the wind. But the point is, the universe is going to mirror something to you. So once you get the mirroring part, you got to go, got it. So the universe has accepted my requests or my desire. See, the universe never says no to your desires, guys. You're the one that says no to your desires, because you stop focusing on it, and you start thinking you may not be able to get it. Then you start settling. Then you change your desires. Now you change it from what you want. Now you start to settle. You say, well, maybe, man, it's been 2 months. I don't think it's going to happen. So let me drop my desire down. That's you telling the universe no. The universe was already preparing stuff for you, man. But a lot of people. That's why I tell you guys, man. You have to know the requirements of universal law, man. There are requirements to this game. This is all a game. There are requirements. One of the requirements is know how the universe works to manifest stuff for you. Everything is a system. Look around your life, man. Your body works in a system. Your body is a complex, systematic machine. It knows when to digest your food. It knows when to correct your body temperature. It knows when to make you sleep. It knows when to lower your heart rate. It knows when to breathe. It knows when to release carbon dioxide from your blood and bring in oxygen. It balances the pH levels, the acidity in your body. Your body does all of that because it's a system. Look at when you plant your garden. You put a seed. The soil fertilizes it. It grows. What is that? A system. It's the same way when you are communicating and manifesting. The universe is going to show you the system. And I'm teaching you the system right now. The first system is you must declare to the universe what you want. Focus on it without negativity, and then the universe is going to show you the first part of the system, which is called mirror-in. Mirror-in happens when you start to see the stuff you want reflected in other people. Now that's a requirement. For those who know, they're going to accept it. For those who don't know, they're going to reject it. They're going to think the universe is torturing them or tormenting them. They're going to become confused, and they're going to lose their way because they're going to say, damn, why my desires manifesting in that person and not me? And they're going to get jealous, and they're going to start to hate, and they're going to lose vibration. Requirements, guys. So let's continue with the requirements. So after the mirroring, what comes next? So after I ask the universe or declare the universe what I want, I'm going to see the mirroring. Then what comes next after mirroring is the synchronicities now. Now I enter the world of synchronicities. That means I'm one step closer to my desire. So I'll start to see these numbers all the time. Maybe I've seen them for months. Then after that now comes the final process of the manifestation thing now. The final process when I know I'm about to get my desire is this. When my life and stuff start going haywire. When it looks like everything is going crazy in my life. When it looks like things are messing up. When it looks like, damn, what's going on here? Somebody cast a spell on me. I can't get lucky for not getting lucky, right? I can't win for losing or something like that. That means you're about to manifest your big goals, man. But a lot of people that's why I said they don't know the requirements. When they see stuff happen in their life, they go try to change it. Don't try to change that stuff. It's part of the process. The universe works behind the scenes, guys. To us, it looks like chaos. But the universe, that's organized. What's actually happening in here, guys, is that you are transforming. You're becoming spiritually, energetically bonded with what you ask for. And when you're going to do that, you're going to meet resistance because your body's going to change and you're going to have two different energy forces. You're going to have the old momentum of the lack meeting the new momentum of the abundance. And they're going to clash. When they're clashing, just like a cold front, when cold air meets warm air, what happens? Storms, it rains, especially down here in the south in Florida. When we have a cold front coming in and we have warm air comes in, when the cold front meets the warm air, what happens? Storms. You're like, oh man, because you have two different air masses. That's the same thing when you're manifesting. You're going to have two different air masses. You're going to have the negative momentum meeting the new positive momentum. So what happens is the positive momentum was going to overtake the negative momentum because that's what you've been focusing on the longest. And you give that more attention. So because it's going to be bigger, so it's going to gobble up the old energy and then you're going to bring you into your manifestation. See what I'm talking about? That's requirement. This is what you have to know, man. Yeah. If my intuition is telling me to play only scratch cards, should I keep going? I've been winning small amount a lot and I've been seeing numbers. Yes, you gotta keep going if your intuition is telling you. When do a person let hope to manifest specific person? I couldn't get that one, didn't I? Sorry. What do we have? Just so you guys are seeing how that stuff works, right? The universe works with requirements. We all have to have requirements. Mark, question. Does your subconscious communicate with you in dreams? It feels lately when I dream something is directing me on things actually happening. Yes, your subconscious. Okay, whenever your subconscious is going to talk to you, it's going to have one specific time to talk to you. When you're sleeping. It has to use your dreams to talk to you because that's the only time it can functionally get into you without your conscious mind. When you go to sleep, your mind falls asleep, your ego falls asleep. So now your subconscious, remember now your subconscious can't talk to you like logic. Like your subconscious can't come to you and say, hey Bob, or hey Mark, you know, yesterday when you did that, you should have done it this way. You know what? You should focus more on this, Mark, instead of that. Mark, if you do that, you're not going to get it that way. Why don't you start doing that? It can't do that. So what it's going to do is going to do its best thing by showing you some pictures or weird images or something that's going to, it's going to feel, it's not going to make sense to you. Remember, your subconscious is a complex machine, a complex consciousness. So when it brings information to you, it's going to take time for you to assimilate it because your conscious mind is not, used to that. So when your subconscious talks to you, it's going to use your dreams. And that's why you have to be able to know to interpret your dreams. But yes, subconscious will always talk to you in dreams. And sometimes your subconscious will discard information in dreams. I call them gibberish. But you have to know the difference. So how do you know the difference between a dream and a gibberish? Usually gibberishes, you don't remember them. Usually when it's a message, you remember it as a dream. All right? Okay, I poked around, someone said, I poked around and decided to play pick 3 along with Powerball and Mega. After second time, I hit for $330. Was guided to play my son's birthday, 422, and that night I hit. Yeah, this is a perfect example of what I'm talking about, guys. I'm showing you that we live in different realities. Like, who can do that stuff? Like, you see these numbers, and the matrix will try to put you in a state of logic and odds and probabilities, because that's what they teach you and that's what they want you to assimilate yourself with. The matrix don't want you to find the hidden requirements that I'm showing you guys, because if you find these hidden requirements, you're going to collapse the matrix, man. You're going to collapse it, because you're going to realize that the matrix is a fraud. You're going to realize, speaking about fraud, this reminds me, I got to remind you guys something here. So there's some people or whatever going around and they're impersonating me and creating an email list, and they're selling this lotto software. So they're using my image and likeness, some lotto software. That's not me. So if you get emails, you'll see Mark Haughton and they'll tell you to join their group, and it's not me, guys, okay? So they're doing this on Instagram. I don't know how they get my email contacts, but they're creating email lists. One of my followers sent me the message, and it's some kind of lotto builder software. So I mean, you guys know me already, so you know how I roll. So you should be able to spot a fraud, because I'm not going to sell you any lotto software, things like that. I'm going to do it the spiritual way or the quantum physics way. I'm not going to do it with no software, but you'll know. And I mean, I went and checked the site, and it was some guy making a video talking about, I guess it was me, trying to be me. Like, whoa, this is getting crazy. So just be careful of that. All right. Thank you. Someone has a question here for $6.99. Thanks, guys. I keep seeing 888, felt it in my palms, bought a ticket and didn't win. The first month I bought the ticket, I won something small. Do you buy at the same store? So this is where you're going to start to practice your intuition. So if you feel that to go at the same store, you go at the same store. Remember, when you're not sure about something, go and ask your intuition, your higher self. Just ask like this. Just say, hey, should I go to this store? Or you can do one even easier. Here's the one I do all the time. This one works like magic. If you're not sure, just go like this. Say, look, give me a sign to let me know if I should play at this store. And then you're going to see a sign. The sign will either say yes or nay. And the sign will be, you'll know the sign yourself. But you'll see the sign. Sometimes the sign could be like a synchronicity number. Maybe you'll see like an 888, or the gas price might be 333. But you'll know, though, the universe is going to give you a sign. But you can always ask for signs, because the universe will always show you signs. That's why I tell you guys, the world we live in is not like a physical reality, man. It's like a fairy tale. It's like a dream world. It's a game world we live in, man. Only these things can happen in game world. These things you're experiencing, they can't happen in real life, in real world. 2 hours ago, I manifested my dream job. Let's forget this. Thank you for the $5. 2 years ago, I manifested my dream job. Disaster. The universe showed me what I needed to learn. The right job has now been presented to me. And that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the bridge. That's why you have to be open. Like when the universe brings something to you, go with the flow, man. Don't listen to your ego. Your ego will try to tell you, yeah, but that's not what we wanted, man. Nah, that's not what we wanted, bro. Mark, come on now. You don't know what the universe has in store for you, because you know the universe can see the big picture. You and I cannot see the big picture because we use our like regular minds to try to see stuff going. You can't do that. So that's good. So do we listen to our first instinct without doubt to go into higher levels of consciousness? Yes. The thing you got to get good at is you got to get good at reaction. You got to get good at instinct. You got to get good at the first thing that comes into your head without thinking. You got to get good at that, because that's what intuition is, and that's coming from your higher self. Now that takes practice. First of all, you're gonna go do trial and error. It happened to me. There's times when I missed it, and there's times when I catch it. But as I practice, I got better at it. And so now I'm like this. You gotta be like the lion or the tiger. Like, see when a lion's hunting his prey, he's like still, disciplined, not even flinching. Sometimes the lion can stay there for 1 hour, and the prey's walking around, never knowing. And then when the time is right, what happens? Bam! Instinct. That's how it goes with you and your manifestation, man. Now, I'll grant it, it's easier for the lion to do that because lions and animals, they don't have a prefrontal cortex, meaning that they don't have an ego and they can't process time. So only thing animals have is intuition or instincts. So they're much able to be disciplined than us. But nevertheless, we can be disciplined as well. And that's the secret for you to manifest. You know how many times I've missed? I mean, you guys, I talk about all the good stuff I've won, but you know how many times I've missed like a lot of money I could have won? Because I was trial and error. There were so many times that I didn't listen to the intuition. I thought it was my intuition, but it wasn't my intuition. And I was supposed to play this number. I didn't play this number. You know how many times, man, I've missed like millions of dollars that I could have won, hundreds of thousands. But I mean, you see the little ones I show you. Yeah, Mark won all this stuff. But for all those ones I've won, there were other ones that I missed big time. And that's because during that time, I was learning to trust my instinct in the process. And that's what's going to happen. You're going to miss some, you're going to get some, but as you become good at it, you're going to get more than you miss. That shows that your mind knows something beyond you. Mark, I won, what is this, 2,000 or 20,000 betting on horses and greyhounds, but lost money the next day. Does luck run out? How can I enhance my luck? So usually what happens, guys, is that's an ego thing. Like, one thing about the ego you gotta understand is, like, when it comes to manifesting money, especially the lottery, because the lottery is so easy, right? You can just visualize it and buy a ticket and you win. So the mind now will make you feel guilty and say, man, that's easy money. If it's easy like that, let's go and double it up. What a lot of people do is when they win the money, they go, because they see it so easy, they try to go back and put more money in, and they end up losing their money. That's two conditions. That's your ego or your subconscious limiting beliefs. My rule of thumb is this. Whenever I manifest the money from the lottery or anything like that, the first thing I do is I always go out and buy something tangible to remind me what I manifested. If I won 10 bucks in the lottery, 20 bucks in the lottery, I'll buy something, maybe about something that I can wear and it reminds my subconscious, Mark won the lottery. That's the first thing I do. The next thing I do now, when I win a big sum of money in the lottery now, I don't get fool's gold happy. I call it fool's gold happy. Just because I won, like, say 5,000, 10,000. I don't just jump out and go buy $1,000 worth of scratch-offs. I chill. I now listen for the next instruction. Now my ego will tell me, bro, come on, man, we just won 10 grand, man. You need to go back. Imagine we could win $1 million. But I shut that out. You have to learn to do the same thing. Okay, see how it works? How much a person should raise his consciousness level to attract very easily their desires? If a person wants to raise their consciousness level to attract their desires, they have to spend more time focusing on what they want and less time focusing on what they don't want. That's how you're going to raise your consciousness level. There's nothing crazy you have to do. You don't have to do an hour meditation. You don't have to go do a seance. You don't have to do any rituals. All you have to do is spend time thinking more about what you want. How does that raise your consciousness? Well, check this out. Raising your consciousness comes down to what? Comes down to two equations, right? It comes down to vibration and it comes down to a frequency. We know frequencies are there. They're intertwined in the universe. So let's not focus on frequency. Let's talk about the vibration, because for anything to get, for you to get what you want, it's all about your vibration. You all know that, right? All right. So if I spend more time thinking about what's possible for me, positive, what starts to happen? I'll tell you what starts to happen. The first thing I'll start to notice is I'll start to become more in a good mood. And that's because the cells in my body now won't become inflamed as much. Because if I'm thinking about good stuff, I'm creating more dopamine. I'm creating more serotonin, which relaxes the muscle, which enhances my body's chemistry, which makes my blood flow better, which overall makes me feel better. That's the first thing I'm going to notice. I'm going to notice I'm more optimistic. The next thing that's going to happen, I'm going to notice now, is my brain now will start to somehow magically show me things that were right in front of me that I couldn't see before. Positive stuff. And I'll say to myself, like, damn, where did this come from? I always go this route, now I see this something new. That's the second thing I notice. Those two things are elevating my conscious awareness. Then the next thing I notice, the plateau of all of this now, I'll start to experience some of the things that I've been thinking about. They'll start to come into my life as a physical experience. So many people don't spend time. If you spend 5 minutes a day, listen, 5 minutes. If you spend 5 minutes a day, guys, just thinking about what you want, not how you're going to get it, just immersing yourself in the imagination of it, like a child. If you spend 5 minutes a day and you do that for 1 month, you will be 4 years ahead in your spiritual progress. Let me repeat that. If you spend 5 minutes a day thinking about what you want, it's equivalent to 4 years ahead in spiritual consciousness. Let that sink in. Because those 5 minutes every day, you're creating neuroplasticity. Every day for 5 minutes, your brain now is starting to rewire. It's starting to break the old synapses of the negative pattern, and it starts to rewire new synapses of positive things. And as you go on, within that 30 days, you're going to notice a whole new spectrum. And the thing about the thing about neuroplasticity is this. When the brain changes the structure of the program of basically what you're thinking about, your subconscious mind also will have an effect on the change. So that literally means even if I have deep subconscious blocks, I can still clear my subconscious enough to where I can experience most of the things that I've been thinking about. You get that? I won a Sony PlayStation 5 from a YouTube channel without even knowing they were doing a giveaway. I did not do anything but post a comment. There was over 6 comments on the page. Yeah, that's an epitome of manifesting. When you don't become attached to anything, you just do everything as a fun, imaginative way. Is it better that I should directly ask for a relationship rather than trying very hard to manifest a text from him? Yeah, that's all you should do. You never don't ask. Um, look, ask ask for what you want, people. That's very simple. Go for big picture though, by the way. Don't ask for settlement. Don't ask for what you think you can get, man. Ask for what you want. Let me repeat that. Do not ask for what you think you can get. Do not ask for what you think you can settle for. Go ask for what you truly want. How to remove subconscious blocks. Subliminals and hypnotherapy. Talk about how to manifest exactly. Manifest exactly goes like this. Become aware, decide, project, expect. I repeat that. Manifest correctly. Become aware. Decide what I want. Project what I want by visualizing it, by writing it down, by affirming it. Then I expect it, which is faith. When I put those three together, I'm going to manifest what I want. Should you manifest alone or with your spouse? You only manifest with your spouse if your spouse is on the same vibe as you. If your spouse is not on the same vibe as you manifest alone. Do you eat restaurant food or home cooked food? Both. We have done it. We have done it. What you have done, but still haven't manifested yet. You mean? My largest win in one day has been $5,800. How do I manifest larger sums of money? Expect larger sums of money and visualize what larger sums of money would look like to you. That's how you'll do it. We don't need sync or anything. I don't want to see numbers. How do you tap into the vibration of money? It's very easy to tap into the vibration of money. What you got to do when it comes to money, you have to understand that money isn't, first of all, money isn't anything. Guys, money, we made up money, right? You know that, right? Money was made up, right? As a matter of fact, the age we're living in now, you can't even see money anymore. You know why you can't see money? Because most of the money is digital currency now. You can't hold digital currency. You can't physically like see or touch it, right? You can see it like on the internet. And then we have the paper money, right? We made up, right? So if you want to manifest more money, you got to understand the beginning of money, how money came into existence. That money was a tool. And then money was a game we made up. And then once you understand that, then you got to start to see now money. You got to see money as below you, not above you. So if money's below you, it means you can easily get it. Anything that you see below you, you can easily get it. Anything you see above you is going to be harder for you to get. Did you know that? Because you trained your mind to see it as an obstacle or something big, and the mind is going to create a limitation for you to get it. That's that. People do that with relationships. They see like their love or the person they want as this savior, or they're like, oh my God, if I get this guy or get this girl, and it never comes in. But all they had to do was bring that person down to normal, like this regular person like me. You're gonna get them. Same thing with money. So when you look at money, like, hey, you're a game. You're not even real. You're a means of an exchange. You know, I love having your energy. I love it when you come into my life. You're gonna get a lot of money now, because now you respect the money and you don't have money above you. That's how you're gonna manifest money. Oops. See how that works? And then, yeah, someone says it. Money, you have to circulate money as well. What does flow state feel like? Boring state. The reason why the flow state feel like a boring state is because your ego don't like the flow state. So your ego will always try to make you feel like it's bored, because your ego can't control the flow state. It's stuck in the flow state. What helped me was counting money every night before I go to sleep. That's good too. That's right, you have to circulate the money. What's one trick you can do to manifest more money, Mark? Someone just told you. Start counting more money. Or another trick you can do, You can put a bunch of money on your floor around your house. You can throw quarters all on the floor, and then every day you walk around, you get up in the morning, you see the quarters on the floor or whatever. Or you can take dollar bills and just throw them in your floor, keep them on the floor for a few days. So when you get up and you're walking on money. Now your subconscious mind will think it's a normal thing, and then you'll be able to manifest more of that money real fast. All right. Someone says long live cash. Yeah, not for too long though. It's going to go to digital currency. Yeah. Is it wrong to manifest a rich, special person for a good relationship or for financial support? Also, no, it's not. Look, remember now, the universe don't judge, guys. We judge. The universe will give you exactly what you want. If it's something that you desire, that you feel will help you, your purpose will help you, you can manifest it. People judge. The universe don't judge. Hopefully that makes sense. Thank you for the $2, Wagner. How to use the law of attraction to improve my online sales. All right, so if you want to improve your online sales, so the first thing you want to do is you want to go and visit other similar online sales platforms like yours. And then look for when they post like a great profit month. What does it look like when they pull up their dashboard of sales? And then use that imagery and then super project it onto your sales. So every night you could visualize or you could watch images of someone's sales report and imagine that it's your sales report. And if you do that every night and you visualize that, then that will start to sink into your subconscious mind, and then you'll notice your sales will start to go up because your subconscious thinks that's your sales, and it'll start to bring you more clients, and you can improve your sales that way. Mark, how much did you win? How much did you win total in the past 5 years? Just put it like this. I'm very comfortable. Mark, what's your opinion on digital currency? It's going to be the thing of the what we call the future. Yes, the universe wants us all to win. I have a rich aura already. That's correct. I've been visualizing and listening to subliminals for months now. I am now in the process of letting go and truly believe the lottery jackpot when it's going to happen. I saw 77 twice. Yeah, it sounds like you're on a path similar to my path there. Don't talk like you know everything, bro. I'm talking what I know. How does your desire go to manifest what you want? By not being attached to your desire. When you want what you want, look, the big thing is attachment to our outcome. Do you know where attachment comes from? Can someone tell me where attachment comes from? Because that seems to be the big issue. Why are we so attached to our desires? Someone tell me that. I'm from California. Tell me, why are we so attached to our desires? Why can't we just let it go and let it come in? Someone says lack of faith. It comes from lack. Okay, that's good. So let me tell you the deep analogy of why we get attached to something. The reason we get attached is because we fear losing, like to lose. Your ego likes to control a lot of stuff. So when you feel like you're losing or you're going to lose something, it really triggers your ego. And that creates the attachment, the need to be validated, the need to be right. And then that's going to seep into your subconscious mind. When that seeps into your subconscious mind now, those emotions will come up of lack. And that lack now will become like a struggling thing. And more likely now, we lose our focus. See how that works? And also, someone made a good point here. This is Anthony says, we are also conditioned to not get what we want. Yeah, it might be blurred again, guys, because I'm in this plaza. So there's like, when more people come in here, I think it affects the internet here. God, the internet sucks here, man. But I won't be on too long. Just want to get you guys some information here. Yes, so that's true. We are conditioned from birth to feel unworthy and undeserving, right? And we want to blame our parents, but don't blame your parents, because their parents before their parents was doing that. If you want to blame something or blame anything, strategic and planned thing. See, your parents don't know any better. Our parents were just doing what their parents did for them. But if you want to blame something, blame the structure of the matrix. Because the structure of the matrix, so when something is deliberate, premeditated, then that's an issue. Your parents weren't deliberate or premeditated. All our parents were learned from our parents and from our ancestors, from our whatever, from our generation. But when the matrix created itself, beginning in the late 18th century, early 19th century, when we had the Industrial Revolution, then this idea was born of how to keep people limited and dependent upon a structure to navigate their life. See, the matrix created a way for you and I, so we won't be dependent upon ourselves, we won't be dependent upon them. And that's going to create a lack or struggle, because anytime we leave ourselves and go into someone else, guys, we're an empty shell, man. We give our power away. I want you to think about that, man. Anytime we leave ourselves and go to someone else, we're giving our power away. And that's what the matrix is designed to do. It's designed for you to be distracted from yourself. And then when they distract you from yourself now, there's something called the collective consciousness. So what the matrix do, they distract us from ourselves, and then they plug you into what they call the cloud. The cloud is about everybody else's consciousness, right? They plug you into the collective consciousness, and what they'll do, they'll use you to create for them. So what does that look like? So what the matrix does is, they create like the mainstream media, they create all these nice looking programs and these celebrity stuff, and then they want you to watch it, and they put all these commercials out. So what they do is now, they secretly put subliminal messages into the media so you can see reality a certain way. So if you see reality a certain way, the collective see reality a certain way, the collective as a whole is strong. So that means everybody starts to see reality a certain way, we're going to build that reality a certain way. So how do they build reality for you? Well, they do it with a lot of negativity stuff. They try to show you that the world is like bad, the world is scarce, it's negative, it's not a lot of money, it's not a lot of abundance around. They put it like you have to depend on your government, and they put it like we know best for you. They actually teach you that it's actually more damaging for you to trust yourself. They try to put it in a way like, hey man, don't rely upon yourself, go rely upon an expert. See how the matrix do stuff? So they make it like, oh, this is an expert. I'm an expert in psychology. I'm an expert in this. Go ask an expert. Go ask an expert. So what is an expert? Well, an expert is someone they send to school and they say, da, da, da. But let me show you something, guys. If you want to get deep, right? You are the expert at quantum physics. You're the expert at psychoanalogy. You're the expert at psychology. You're the expert at making money. All of that is stored in you already. You can conjure up and be an expert in anything you want. But first you got to be tapped in, but most people aren't tapped in. So what the matrix do, they create this thing now, so they teach you now, don't trust yourself. Trust us. Trust the expert. Trust the economy expert. Trust the health expert. Trust this religious expert. So now you're living someone else's dream or someone else's opinion, which becomes your reality. Did you get that? Hope you got that. They know mind and energy works. So that's how the matrix gets you into that sense of stuff, and that's how we lose our confidence, That's how we lose ourself. That's how you lost yourself. That's how you lost your mojo. Because we've been convinced that we can't trust ourselves. When my life changed, guys, look, my life changed when I started to trust myself. Now listen, not my ego, myself. Remember what I said in the beginning here? I said we have to go below the ego. There's this voice down there. That's where you got to go. That's yourself right there. All the you heard this before, right? You ever heard that saying? All the answers you seek are within yourself. Right? You heard that before, right? That's 100% true. Everything you want is within yourself. If you want to know how to cure yourself, it's in yourself. If you want to know how to find love, it's in yourself. It's really, all of it is in you, but it's locked down where you have to go access it. See how that works? What makes it, hey look, and what makes it difficult for us to access it, well, here's what makes it difficult for us to access ourselves, is our ego. Ego. This guy or this girl wants to be the show. So this guy gonna move in your head, and he's gonna take up all the space in your head, man. That's your ego. He's gonna go look for all the rooms. He's gonna fill up all your rooms. He's gonna make sure nobody else is coming in those rooms. That's how he shuts out your higher self. He's gonna put music in there. He's gonna put couches. He's gonna put all type of stuff in there. So when you try to go find something, all you're gonna find is more of the ego. And how does your ego get so powerful? The Matrix also tailors to your ego, man. The Matrix knows the power of the ego, so it fixes things to make your ego more stronger, to make your ego more egotistical. It put programs, it creates competition, it creates class statuses, it creates richer, middle class, poor class. So the Matrix design, I'm better than you, and so it grows your ego. You know what I'm saying? And then it drives to what we call personality disorders. So now you have all different types of people existing in the world now. Look, guys, there's different class of people now. You have people that are narcissistic, sociopath, toxic people, and they walk around your everyday life, and you don't even know. You have the covert narcissist. That's the undercover narcissist, that they act cool, and then you have a straight out narcissist. And these are people that were created by the Matrix, man. By their environment. And now these people, they have personality disorder that you can't fix a narcissist. Because a narcissist now doesn't see anything wrong with their world. They look at you lower, or they look at you higher, they look at themselves higher, and their world is perfect and everybody loves them. See how things just get messed up, right? So you really have to navigate. You got to navigate people, guys. Look, I spend a lot of time, and I talk about the science, the quantum physics of manifesting. Right? We do that a lot here. We talk about the subconscious. But I don't think I spend a lot of time talking about people manifesting, and how people can stop your manifestation, and how people can destroy your life emotionally, right? How people can cause you to go into depression, how people can cause you to lose confidence, how people can make you go into the stint. We don't talk about that. But I need to talk about that, because I need to put you up on game, man. I need to show you that there exists a world with different classes of people. And you have to learn the warning signs of these people. And when you see that, you have to run. You gotta run, Pepe. You gotta run, man. Because if you don't know something, guys, why are narcissists attracted to empaths? Because an empath is a fixer. Empaths are naturally fixers. They want to help people, which is okay. But here's the issue, guys. That's why I'm showing you this. that there are people out there, millions of people, probably one of your friends, your family, you don't, maybe after this you realize what they are. But there are people out there, right? When they were born, two things happen. The science isn't sure, but here's what happens. They're called personality disorders. A narcissist could be two things happening. Some people have this traumatic childhood, right? And based on the trauma, they develop this narcissistic personality. Also, some people have like their parents like spoiled them and put them on a high pedestal. They can also develop narcissistic personality. But science don't know why some people develop it and some people don't. Because some people have traumatic life experiences and they don't become narcissists. Some people spoil them, they don't become narcissists. That's the mystery. We don't know why. But now, okay, but we do know that some people develop it. Now these people that develop narcissistic tendencies, guys, these people are dangerous. They are narcissists, are usually very intelligent. They're very good looking people and they come off as genuine. It's a part of their game. And the narcissists, the power they have is they don't have the power to emphasize empathy. They don't have empathy and they don't really have love because the personality disorder now triggers an imbalance of the chemicals that will make you feel empathy or love for someone. So this is why they're so dangerous, because they can play upon you to make you believe or feel that you're loved, and they do it. And what they do is they bring you in and bring you out. So if you want to know why empaths are into narcissists, because you become their fuel. Some question here. Thank you for $4.99. I had a dream I scratched 40K before scratching the winning number. I believe I have manifested 1,000. I am expecting to collect it. Dreams are premonition and you will be collecting that. See how it works? So you have to be careful of the people you let in your surroundings. How do I know if I'm a narcissist? That's a good question. So you'll know if you're a narcissist if you like to control a lot. And if you like to create chaos and have people on a string. Narcissists love to make themselves the victims. And the fact that you're asking me if you're a narcissist, you're not a narcissist. Narcissists know who they are. Narcissists are calculated people. Now listen, many of us, we do have narcissistic tendencies, but that's different from the personality disorder. All of us at one time had narcissistic ways. That's normal. That's human nature. That's ego. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a full-blown personality disorder where these people actually plan to prey on you and use you as a victim and suck all your energy. And then when they finish with you, they go to the next person. When a narcissist is finished with you, you have no confidence. You'll be damaged for years. You don't even know what's right or wrong. You don't even know what reality is. Narcissists will use gaslighting. What a narcissist will do, an example of narcissists, how they're going to gaslight you and change you is, let's say one day you go out your house and you lock your keys, right? You lock the door. When you come home, your narcissistic girlfriend or boyfriend will go and unlock the door, and they'll tell you, hey man, you didn't lock the door. But you remembered, right, that you locked the door. But then what? You start to question your reality. Did I really lock the door? So they'll start to do little things like that, which is very ingenious. You turn the microwave off, they'll plug it out. You turn the fire off, they'll turn it on, and they'll call you and say, hey, you didn't turn the fire off. You say, I swore I did. So once they start to get you now into the illusion of not knowing what's reality or not, now you're going to start to believe everything they say. That's called gaslighting. That's how they get you. Not only do narcissists do that, you know who else do that to you? The Matrix do that to you, man. The Matrix do gaslighting to you, people. They show you things on the news which are fake, which aren't really true. They try to show you a world that's totally bad. So they want you to get this different reality. Now you start to say, man, I can't even trust my own mind, man, because I'm looking at the news and I'm seeing all this bad stuff happening over here. Maybe, see that gaslighting, people. Yes, gaslighting is playing you hot and cold, but gaslighting, the main theme for gaslighting is to get you to see reality a certain way, so that you can they can control you to be hot and cold at will. So you don't have any control over that. But that's just a glimpse into people, guys. So you got to be careful, because the people you associate with determines what you manifest. Right? They're parasitic too. Yeah, and narcissists never take responsibility. It's always someone else's fault. So if you have those signals, then you'll know that, okay, I may have a narcissist here. Mark, is your uncle a narcissist? Yes, I have a narcissistic uncle. That's how I know this stuff. That's how I learned. He's a narcissist. Everything when you're around a narcissist, guys, and if you're talking about your problems or issues, they'll be like, oh yeah, and then they'll switch to their stuff. They're like, okay, anyway, check this out, man. This happened to me. That's when you know you're dealing with narcissistic people. It's all about them. Or if you accomplish something in your life, they'll try to go up one end on you. Oh yeah, that. Or they'll downplay it. They're like, well, you did that because you were this. A narcissist, the clear trait of a narcissistic person is they're always right and they're better than you in everything. And they can't give you credit. But that's just a tip, but it's deeper, man. These people don't have any empathy. It's a personality disorder. You can't fix them. And most of you guys as spiritual people, as empaths, you think you can fix the person. That's the biggest play they put on you. They make you believe I'm fixable, but it's all a part of the game. You end up spending years of your life being abused emotionally, and you can never fix them. Because in a narcissist mind, guys, check this out, this is deep. In a narcissist mind, there's nothing to fix. So according to them, they don't need help. You're the one that needs help. According to them, nothing's wrong with them, it's wrong with you, because they see their world as a delusion. They see their world like, I'm the best, I'm perfect, and my problem is your problem. See that? So how can someone be fixed if they have no awareness of what's wrong? So don't waste your time. These are requirements I'm teaching you guys. These are requirements. You got to know the requirements, guys, because everything, for you to live your best life and for you to have what you want, man, you have to be on point in all areas of your life. The people around you got to be on point. Your mentality got to be on point. Your diet got to be on point. If any of those are off, you're going to be off. And we spend most of our time with people, and a lot of us don't know that you've been, these people exist out there, man. So you got to know these people and know their traits and know their ways, and you gotta run. You don't try. You can't fix them. How can I move into the state of expecting? To get into the state of expecting. Oh man, I think my thing is gonna cut off here. To get into the state of expecting, you have to be able to have faith. See, my phone was in the sun, so now I gotta cool it down a little bit, guys. So if you want to get into the state of expecting, you're gonna have to start to use the power of your mind. Visualizing is the best method you can use to get it. You do that, you'll start to get into the state of expecting. See how it works? Let's see how it works, guys. Expectation is the